Now firefighters are battling multiple fires in the Texas Panhandle. Mandatory evacuation orders have been issued for Oldham and Armstrong counties as those crews work to contain two massive blazes. Our Natalie Haddad joins us now from Dallas. And Natalie, these fires are near the same area that we had the largest wildfire in Texas history just a couple of years ago. And I imagine for a lot of those folks that feels like just yesterday.
Right, Mark, and recovery for those people still isn't over. Now we're talking about the Lavender Fire and the 8-Ball Fire, already scorching thousands of acres. We start with the Lavender Fire up in the Panhandle. It is burning in Oldham and Potter counties. It has charred acres, fueled by strong winds and bone-dry grass. Mandatory evacuations are in place in some areas as crews work to protect homes and infrastructure. Then further east of that, the 8-Ball Fire in Armstrong and Donley counties is also forcing families out, with flames moving quickly near rural communities and highways. Now these fires are burning near the same ground where just 2 years ago the Smokehouse Creek fire tore through the Panhandle. We spoke with people who lived through that fire, and many say they're still rebuilding their land, their cattle, and their peace of mind.
It was horrible. Even now, when pictures, of reminders pop up on our phones and we see them, it just brings all that rushing back. So even the smell of smoke now just kind of puts you on edge.
Fire crews from across Texas are on the ground trying to help with everything that is burning right now. But Marielle, officials say the fight is far from over.
Unfortunately, Natalie, that's so true because of the high winds that are going to be in place today and tomorrow. But you mentioned the Smokehouse Creek fire, the largest in Texas recorded history. I want to show you the location of that. That's where the Smokehouse Creek fire is and was. And look at where the current fires are. Not too far from there. There's the Lavender Fire that Natalie mentioned. There's a smaller Canadian Bridge fire just to the north of Fritch, and south of Interstate 40 there near north of Clarendon is where the 8-Ball Fire is. I want to show you some of the wind gusts, though, from the last 24 hours. 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Amarillo, 26 in Dubas, 32 in Pampa, just very close to those fires there. Any wind speeds above, say, 20 miles per hour makes fighting fires difficult, to give you some perspective. So I'm going to show you here how the winds are going to act this afternoon. As we get closer to noon, still over 20-mile-per-hour wind speeds in the area. And look at what happens here. Overnight, we see those winds calm, but by tomorrow afternoon, we see them pick right back up to over 30-mile-per-hour wind speeds possible near Lubbock, over 20-mile-per-hour wind speeds possible near Amarillo. Unfortunately, it's not just the wind, it's also the fact that it's just been so dry. That's why red flag warnings, meaning high fire danger, in place through today for the entire Texas Panhandle, extending into Oklahoma, areas of Missouri, several states over, because not only are the high winds in the state, but also we're looking at the dry conditions. There's a drought monitor that extends all the way into the Midwest. We'll talk a little bit more about our local fire threat here with Greg in just a bit.